Hi everyone and welcome to a new Path of Exile video. Today we are going to talk about builds for Gauntlet. At first I wanted to do a single video with 4 or 5 different build ideas, but I've decided to do only 2 builds and to make a single video for each build so I can explain to you in detail how to play the build. Can you guess my second build? Of course, is a called Dot Occultist. This time we are playing self-cast. If you want a spellsling variation, you can check my video for my league starter, but I think for the gauntlet it's safer to play self-cast from the beginning, and this time we are going live instead of low life or chaos inoculation. Like in the other build, I'm using very basic gear, so I have a +1 cold spell wound with added cold to spell and res. I'm using a spirit shield with life and res. And then I'm using armor energy shield gear with life and res. I'm using a jade amulet for the dex, instant flask, enduring mana flask, granite, quicksilver, basalt, and here some basic jewel with increased max life. One thing I forgot to mention, this build can reach the cap for the spell block chance between level 60 and 70, and you can also cap the block chance with a Romy concoction, which is farmable through this card, the Earth Drinker, which you can farm in the Vastiri Desert, which is the desert on the Act 9. Let's look at the passives. Level 35 normal lab, we start by taking spell damage, then we take cold damage, max life, max mana, then we move up here, and at level 12 we start using Creeping Frost, so we can take a damage over time multiplier mastery here. And then I will see if I need more damage, I will go here to take the cold damage nodes and pathing through life here. If I have enough damage, I'm gonna try to go to the mana reservation mastery first. Level 55 Cruel Lab, we are taking Frigid Wake. Then we are taking the life mastery here and here. And then we start moving down, we take the spell block nodes here. We move down to get the cleansing blow and the block node here. We are also taking increase max mana and reduce mana cost of skill here. And also we take the pathing here to unlock the socket for the jewel and divine judgment. Level 70, Merciless Lab, we are taking Malediction to get 1 extra course. Then we are taking the Armor node here to get the mana reservation on Determination. We are taking the nodes here to get more spell block and more block. And then we move here to get more spell block and mana reservation. Level 80 Uber Lab, we are taking Profane Bloom last, and we are pathing down here to get more life. We are also taking those nodes here to get more life and to get vitality, mana reservation, efficiency. Level 95, we are taking the mastery here, spell damage mastery. We are taking a jewel here. We are taking the intellect node here with the increased damage mastery. We are also taking those nodes here to increase our damage. While I was doing those leveling trees, I've given the priority to the survivability, so block, life and stuff like that. If you feel like you have low damage, you can take those mastery or those node damage nodes here earlier if you want. Let's look at the skill gems. So the leveling skills I'm using are very similar to the other build. We start with Freezing Pulse and Arcane Surge. Arcane Surge is at level 1. At level 4 we drop Freezing Pulse and we use Stormblast Mine with Swift Assembly. We take Frost Bomb for the exposure. We take Orb of Storms, which synergize with the Stormblast Mine. And we take Frost Blink, linked with Arcane Surge at level 1. Like in the other build, at level 8 we have access to added lightning, so we use Stormblast with Swift Assembly and added Lightning. At level 10 we get access to Flame Dash, and we swap Frostblink for Flame Dash. At level 12 we have Creeping Frost, and we use it with Efficacy and LMP. And now we can drop Orb of Storm, and we are still using Stormblast Mine to help us with the damage. At level 12 we can start using Vitality. Keep it low level because it's gonna eat your mana. At level 16 we get the auras. We are using Skitterbox and Herald of Thunder. At level 25 we get Elemental Focus, so we can do a 4-link with Stormblast Mine, Swift Assembly, added Lightning and Elemental Focus of course. And then after the Act 3 we can start work towards the endgame build. In Act 3 we buy Malevolence, Discipline, Frostbite, Elemental Weakness, Bane, Vortex. We do this user quest to get access to Sweet Affliction and Hypothermia. In Act 4 we get Bone Seal, and then we can work with our cast when damage taken setup. I'm using Immortal Call for my cast when damage taken, but if you want you can use Molten Shell because we are using a lot of armor, so Molten Shell is fine. For the in-game setup we are using Vortex with Control Destruction, Swift Affliction, Elemental Focus, Hypothermia and Efficacy. We are using Cold Snap. If you manage to get Val Cold Snap is amazing, and we are using it with Bone Seal, Hypothermia and Control Destruction. If you don't like Cold Snap, or if you don't have access to Val Cold Snap, you can use Creeping Frost. And by the way, you can get a Val Cold Snap by using Val Orb on the Cold Snap. You have a chance to get a Val Cold Snap. Auras we are using Determination, Malevolence, Val Discipline and Vitality. Courses, we are applying our courses with Bane, and we use Elemental Weakness and Frostbite. We are using Flame Dash and Frostbomb linked with Arcane Surge. Arcane Surge is level 4. Cast when damage taken with Immortal Cord or Molten Shell and increased duration. And then we have Steel Skin. You can use Steel Skin on your left click, so you can cast it while moving. To do a comparison with the other build, at level 70 with auras at level 15, we have about 2.7k life and 1k energy shield. We have a 78% damage reduction, and we have 75% spell block chance, 64% block chance. If we farmed for the Rumi Concoction, we can reach the block chance cap. At level 95, we will have 4.2k life, 1.6k energy shield, 65% physical damage reduction, and a spell block chance capped with block chance at 64 and with the Rumi Concoction at 75. Also keep in mind the gear here is very basic. You will find better, and I'm sure you can reach at least 75% here with some decent gear. And that's it for the build. I hope you enjoyed this version of my Dot Occultist. If you have any question, please leave a comment. I will do my best to answer as fast as possible. And leave a like if you enjoyed the video. Subscribe if you want more content like this. Thank you very much for watching, and stay safe, Exile.